Smuggling of gold as a means to try and bring in contraband stuff into India has been going on for a long time. In fact, many say that Dubai rose to prominence only because India had such strict import controls on gold that was trying to make its way from South Africa primarily. I'm talking about just after independence, and from there on up until now, India's customs for gold has been up and down. Even today, the import duty, in my opinion, is quite high. So this has been going on for a long time, but things started becoming more serious in the recent past. Why? Well, in 2016, we know that the demonetization was brought about because they wanted to curb the influence of fake currency notes. It is believed that 4 lakh crore fake currency notes consisting of 500 and 1000 rupees made its way into the Indian economy, and that time it was very cash based economy, and therefore the multiplier of 10x, which means the economy had 40 lakh crores of rupees going through it, and this came to a stop because they could no longer bring in fake 500 and 1000 rupee notes. If you want to really understand why this is a huge problem, especially for one community, you need to read my book, Who Painted My Money White, and its sequel, Paper in, Money Out. That will tell you what really happened, why a particular community keeps saying anyone but BJP, because, well, you read the book and you'll understand why. So fast forward from 2017 up until 2022 or even 2023, what happened was that the smuggling of gold into India through the ports of Kerala increased, whether it was naval ports or airports. There are 4 international airports in Kerala, very large number for a state of that size, but yet there was a lot of smuggling going on. In fact, there was a case which involved somebody who was very close to the chief minister. Nothing has happened in that case. I have talked about this in P-Gurus. Let's just skip it for now. That will, whenever that happens, it will happen. So gold became the primary tool for bringing in money that went for all sorts of activities. Those people who got this gold, what they would do is they would go and sell it to India's jewelers, and they would insist that they be paid in 2000 rupee notes. Why? Well, 1 kilo bar of gold is very expensive. 1 kilogram. We talk about 1 gram being what, 2500 rupees, somewhere in that ballpark. You do the math, how much gold 1 kilo of gold is, and this is fine gold. Fine gold is usually means 99.9% or 99.5% purity gold, not 22 karat gold. Get it? 24 karat gold. So when this kind of thing was coming in, the Indian government quickly stepped in. I guess not quickly enough, but after 5-6 years of introducing the 2000 rupee note, they stepped in and they eased it out sometime in 2023. So now what would you have? You have to go back to getting paid for these gold bars in 500 rupee notes, and I can tell you for sure 500 rupee notes are going to be phased out, after which they're going to have a huge problem, because the amount of bags you need to carry gold, 1 kilo gold worth in rupees, is going to be huge. Very difficult to hide it in plain sight. So that's going to be a problem. So what is now going on is, on the Ladakh border, 2 people were caught trying to smuggle in 108 kilograms of gold. Looks like the origin of this gold was again in the Gulf. And I'm going to give you a quick slide deck that walks you through what's happened and whether this is a new tack that the Chinese government is taking to try and pay the nefarious element like the 0.5 elements that are in India to try and keep the struggle alive, keep the pot boiling. So here is a quick slide deck. May I request all of you to like this video. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our channel and also click on the bell button and all, so that you will get all notifications. So here you can see the 21 BN ITBP regiment, and you can see the bars laid out in front. So this is what is the cache, the haul, and let us see what really happened. The ITBP, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, arrested 2 men near the China border in eastern Ladakh on July 9th for smuggling 108 kilograms of gold. The first time such a huge gold smuggling racket was caught, adding the two locals were arrested and one person has been detained. Deepak Bhatt, the local deputy commandant, intercepted two persons with mules 1 kilometer off the Chinese border. So India had intercepted them. That means they had already come into India, 1 kilometer into India, at which point they were intercepted. The bigger question here is, where was that headed? See, Ladakh is a pretty mountainous region. How are they going to take it from there down to south? Because the origination point of a lot of these bars has to be in Kerala. From Kerala, again, it starts finding its way in through the various jewelry showrooms and so on and so forth. So when they were accosted, they said that they were carrying medicinal plants. But when they were searched, they found that there was a large quantity of gold. This is the largest gold haul by the ITBP, and this is something that is of a lot of concern. You guys can read the text while I tell you just the salient point. The important takeaway here is, what exactly is the Chinese government up to? I can tell you, smuggling will not take place without the knowledge of PLA or CCP or both. So who was trying to put it? What is the purity of this gold? That's the other interesting question. So some of the things that were recovered were a pair of binoculars, Chinese cake, milk, knives, mobile phones, two ponies. So they're probably having one spare for each. And this was the fine gold 1 kilo bar, which was marked Gulf Gold Refinery. So those of you who are interested can go in and look up what is Gulf Gold Refinery, where is the origination point of these, because the gold itself has to be certified at some point, and the one that releases it in this format, they would have certified it at some point of origination. You can find out. Where do things go from here? It tells us that the Chinese government is finding new innovative ways to try and disrupt India's operation. Somewhere Uncle Xi has got it in his mind that since the majority with which the Modi government has come back has been reduced, therefore he can cause all these problems. You just assume that this is what is happening, then you will see how on the day of taking oath, there were 𝗣𝗚𝘂𝘆 attack, and then when Modi was meeting with Putin, you had the other 𝗒𝙗𝘅 encounter, and this is going on again and again. We have got a lot of videos explaining the nuances of how this one in 𝗒𝙗𝘅 is a lot more serious than before. But the takeaway here is, people just don't want India to be successful, and that includes the United States also. It is believed that it was also one country just trying to affect the outcome of the election. Well, US should not squeal too much if other countries play tit for tat. Why do we have to go and disrupt somebody else's democracy? That's the question that I would like to leave you with. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.